girl staring back at me? That's what our guests are saying on today's showing of The Benny Winter Show. Joining me now, I have Gail Krusty McGibbons.
I don't go by Krusty anymore. That was my booze hound nickname.
You're a booze hound?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's, like you were drunk?
Well, me and a bunch of other guys we just partied all the time. We, mostly booze and pills.
So now,
yeah.
Okay, so now we're just Gail.
Now just Gail, yeah.
Okay, Gail. So let me ask you, Gail, what is bringing you today to the Benny Winter Show?
Well, I had a good friend, fellow booze hound and pill nut, and we used to just get into so much trouble and like prank phone call hospitals.
As a booze hound does.
Yeah, tell them the roof was on fire. All that.
Of a hospital?
Yeah. Just like crazy shit.
They evacuate the hospital?
We don't know. We were at home watching you.
Oh.
Getting drunk,
This is a syndicated network.
Yeah. Stealing pills from our grandparents, that kind of thing.
Right.
Anyway,
they got the good ones.
Yeah, my buddy, the sort of ringleader of all of our hijinks, he fell off of a diving board, hit his head, and almost drowned. And he came up. They saved him, but he has amnesia.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't remember all of the fun we had. Anyway, now
was there water in when he dove off the diving board?
No. He slammed right into.
It was an empty pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were drunk.
Right.
It was funny at the time. Yeah.
So it was waving. It looked like there was water in the pool.
Right.
Right. I get it.
Anyway, he has amnesia and he doesn't remember all the fun we had, but he actually turned a new leaf and became a great person. So much so that all of us are now better people. We're not as good as him.
And that's why you dropped Krusty.
That's why I dropped Krusty. Yeah.
Wow.
So
that sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. Yeah, but we have another friend who's a doctor who's like, I can cure his amnesia. But we don't want him to cure his amnesia because he's now a great person. We don't want him, the ringleader, to become a bad person again, because then all of us will probably become bad people as well.
I get that. So let me ask you from a personal, in what ways has your life, have you turned a new leaf in your life?
I have a job now.
Okay.
I now visit my kids.
What? Wow.
Yeah. So at the orphanage, but I mean, they're going to get adopted, I know it.
Still visiting.
Of course.
Right.
I'm still trying to get things back.
No, of course.
Yeah.
You can't just jump right in the pool. That's how you get amnesia.
Yeah, right. I take my vitamins. I eat vegetables.
Right, and we're talking vitamins like the healthy vitamins, not the ones you used to take.
Yeah. So I still take pills.
Okay, yes.
But the good ones.
Right, we replaced the Xanax in the Monday through Sunday with vitamin C.
I don't even know what we were taking, to be honest.
It was just random.
Stool softeners, whatever we could find.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's my story.
So we're here.
Should I leave now?
No, because we actually have the former ringleader here. Right.
You're going to love him. He's great.
I'm so looking forward. I mean, he sounds like he's a great guy, so definitely.
Now, yeah.
Hey, you guys, let's make some noise. We got Stu Trust coming through. Yeah.
There he is.
Wow.
Oh, man. Can I just say something to you?
What's that?
Can I say this is the greatest fucking TV show?
No.
Can I have a hug?
You are a great guy. Oh my God.
What a great audience! Look at this. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
He still swears, but he means it in a different way. He means it in like a
No, right.
No.
That was a positive swear.
I am a happy dude.
You look happy.
Yes, and you know what? I'm honored to be on this show because this is game-breaking show.
No.
Yes, game-breaking.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that means a lot. I put a lot of work into the show.
Of course you have, and it shows. Look at this.
I know.
Packed! We're packed! Look at you! Wait a minute. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So tell me, how now? From my understanding, you got into a pretty bad accident. About how long ago was this accident?
I'm gonna say 12 months ago.
He doesn't even remember. It was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Who cares?
No, right. 4 years. Wow.
Look at me now. I can move.
Now, let me ask, do you remember anything prior to after the 4 years, or it's like you were a born again man?
Oh, kind of. I remember my first date in junior high.
Really?
Yeah, we shared prunes.
What? Prunes?
Yeah, because our football team was named the Prunes. Because in my town in Cincinnati, that prunes were big.
They what? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and I remember a lot of little things, but yeah, it's all good.
Right, there's just a
happy.
block.
Look at
You
me.
look happy.
I'm happy.
You look happy, and y'all have maintained a great. You know, he was actually out here, and he was saying how much he appreciates you turning his life around.
Listen, this guy is scholar.
Wow, a scholar.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, scholar and also number one.
He looks like a number one.
Yeah, he's just a great guy, and so are you, and so's the audience, and so is this show. God, I'm so happy.
You just look. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
And so what has your life been like in the 4 years? What type of activities or
I can't remember.
He volunteers at hospitals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He teaches kids to read.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
He also works down at the mayor's office.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice.
I sell Girl Scout cookies.
And everyone knows mayors are very nice people.
Don't cross Girl Scouts
No,
off your list because they're there.
No,
Yeah.
I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I'm more of a do-si-do man myself.
He even sells Girl Scout cookies at a discount.
Yeah.
He buys them at cost
Thank
from
you.
and then sells them for
So
less.
you
He
lose
takes them
money
off.
to help other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's in my soul. It's the way I am. I'm just a good person. You
No,
know?
I can tell.
No, it's good. Little Girl Scouts need to have their cookies sold.
No, I know.
Yeah.
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 So, you guys, we have 2 of the 3 trio here.
Yes.
Right.
Bring
But
it
we
on.
apparently have a trio who hasn't been happy, I guess, with the last 4 years and has been working to maybe get things the way they used to be.
Oh.
Yeah. So I believe you all know him.
We do.
I believe you all know him.
Maybe.
Everyone, we got Dr. Spice.
I mean, yay, but he said we are friends, but
Hey,
You want to smoke?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, you guys know.
gave him up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A smoke a day keeps the blues away.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
So you guys used to be, like this, right?
Party.
Still like that.
Still like that. We are strong adhesive.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, you haven't been happy with the direction of the group in the last 4 years.
Nope, it's went downhill. Let me tell you, this guy would pick up any toots on 42nd Street. I'm telling you, it was a wild man, wild time. You don't remember the saying, but you remember this saying of the, yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, that's a saying.
That was some good times, good times. That's what got me into the medical world.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to examine those. I wanted to be like, I'm going to make sure those are good.
So in the last 4 years, you've been studying the brain and amnesia.
That and boobs, but yeah.
Yeah, well, they're all connected.
Yeah, you are right, sir. You can go to Cooney
Hey,
and get a degree.
boobs, brains, and broads, my 3 favorite B's.
There you go,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, so tell me, you've actually, you believe you have found a cure, if I'm not mistaken, where it would bring his memory back?
That is 100% correct.
Wow.
I have been working tirelessly to get this man back to the way he was.
Now, I have to ask, of course, is this FDA approved?
It's, yeah.
Okay,
There's an FDA approval on there somewhere.
Okay, well, you gotta make sure.
You gotta make sure.
I can't get kicked off of cable TV.
Everything I do is 100% legal in a country.
And yes, right. And so,
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
No.
well, let me ask, have you had in this last 4 years any type of flashbacks or any type of reminder, or it's just...
Are you talking about Nom?
No.
Because if you're talking about Nom, every fucking day! Every day I have it, I don't give a fuck flying about anybody here!
Okay.
You can all get fucked here!
What?
I'm okay, you understand?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm okay! You understand? I'm fucking okay! I don't give a
Take a
fuck!
second. Let
I
me
don't
say
give a
it.
fuck! I don't give a fuck!
I'm sorry.
give a fuck!
I didn't mean to bring it up.
Let it go in. Let the cool.
Are you
I think he brought it up, but I don't know.
Let the juice kick in.
What? Are you injecting him?
Yeah, it's a little home remedy to calm him down. Yeah, take a seat. Take a seat.
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah, that's right. And she was hot. Hot as fire.
No.
All right.
Hey.
I mean, this is fine. I'm still
And
fine with
Mary-
this.
Yeah, he's
Put the
calm.
little lamb on the top shelf, and every time the little lamb wagged his tail, it spanked. His
I've been
little
helping a
self.
lot of soldiers
She said,
get past
"No, Mary,
this.
come
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
everything's fine.
Hi, are you with us, Stu?
What the fuck do you want to know for?
What?
Who the fuck are you?
What?
Asking me a fucking question!
Okay, well,
Listen to me!
He's been.
Asshole! Everybody just goddamn bites are assholes!
All right, well, I think
Except me, baby!
Is
Me!
this old Stu?
Fuck you guys!
I think that's the old stew. Yeah, I think. Or
I
the worst.
might have mixed up the serums.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of okay with that because that was pretty funny. You know?
Well, we'll be back after these commercials. Woo!
Well, folks, it's time for the commercials, but let's be honest. You got ad block. So you're not going to be watching commercials, you're going to be reading a comment thread. So what's a suggestion of what you want to read a comment thread about?
Anything?
Anything. All right, welcome to the front page of Reddit, r/memes. What do we have? Peter Griffin. Peter! What's Peter Griffin doing? Trying to grill. What's he grilling? The entire TikTok app. Why? Because it might get banned. Or it won't. Nah. That was a meme of Peter Griffin trying to grill a TikTok app before it gets banned on the front page of Reddit. Why? Because you have ad block, and apparently this is better than an advertisement.
Wait, not. Fair enough.
Anyway, you've gotten very bored of comment threads very quickly, so let's get back to Betty, 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 Betty. Woo!
Take it off!
All right. Boom, boom, boom. You guys, every once in a while we get some real special guests going on in the show.
Yeah.
And joining us right now, we actually have a published poet. Right, he's been published. Everyone, I want you to clap like you're clapping for a published poet. We have Sissy Minko Irishman. Oh, it is great. Oh,
Great to be here. Great to be here.
So great to have you. Wow.
How's everything going?
Really good. I don't know if you know this, but old Benny Winter, quite a fan of poetry.
Great. Do you want me to read a poem for you?
You would.
Of course I would. Let me just get my poem.
Oh my God, do we want to hear a poem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I got.
Oh, of course, yes.
You know,
Poet sit. Remember, we snap.
P is for the place I'm reading this poem. I is for irate, for a locally published poet not getting paid for tonight. T is for triangle, my favorite shape. That spells the pit.
Which is where we are.
Which is where we are. I wrote a special poem for this place.
Wow! Wow! Nice. So, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. I've just been doing the tour of the streets.
Yeah, and it's his first time?
First time, just wandering around, yelling at people, yelling my poems out, different areas of the city.
No, that's great.
I'm a local poet, so I don't come to the city often. I like to be a big fish in a small pond.
No, I hear you on that. So let me ask you, where is local for you?
Local for me is a place called Cherry Smallville.
Cherry Smallville?
Cherry Smallville. It's a very small town in Jersey.
In Jersey. Okay, nice, nice. So how long does it take you to get here about?
About 55 hours.
50, oh wow.
I hitchhike all the way.
Hey, sometimes that takes a while.
Because I like to read my poetry to the people I'm hitchhiking to.
So they probably, I assume, drive way out of the way because they're so intrigued by your poetry.
They make me stop, so I have to take a lot more cars. Yeah, they usually kick me out after some of the more offensive poems, which I start with.
Right.
Because I like to start high and go low.
No, right. You don't know where the line is till you cross it.
Exactly, and that is what poetry is.
Do you tell them that you're a published poet?
Absolutely. I break their radio right away and I say, you don't need to be listening to that. You need to be listening to me.
Right. Yeah, this is like having Edgar Allan Poe in your car.
I'd say I'm a little bit better than him.
Yeah, obviously. So you say you're published. Can I ask what maybe some publications, like if we were to go out and look for?
Sure. If you go to the local library in my town, you will find in the back catalogs.
Cherryville?
Cherryville, yes, you'll find in the back catalogs in the basement, the second basement.
Okay. Basement of a basement.
A basement of a basement, a drawer filled with another drawer that has my published poets from the year 1996 to the year 1998.
Wow. Now, some of you may not know this due to poetry, but to be published in those years were some of the most competitive years of poetry.
It was the hardest year to be a poet. You have no idea what. There was the poet wars. They would put us on TV and we would shout at each other. Poets. It was a hectic time.
Yes.
I do have a poem about reflection if you want me to read it.
We would love to. So for those that don't know, reflection is the theme of the show.
Great. Yeah. Okay, let me get my poetry stool up here. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest poet of them all? 'Tis I, the man in the mirror, Sissy, Mick, or Irishman.
Wow.
Yes, clap.
Yeah. Oh, clap. You're an out-of-the-box poet.
I understand that it's somewhat intimidating to be around the presence of a famous poet such as myself. So please hold your applause if you would like. I am still going to pretend that you are enjoying it. I can see it in all your eyes.
Yeah. So you seem to be very humble.
Yes. I was given an award once for the most humble poet in all of Cherryville.
Well, and now I was actually going to ask that. This is a good leadway. What is the poetry scene in Cherryville? Is there a lot of competition?
Yeah, there's me, there's Steve and Rick. And
okay.
we get into a fight poetry every other Friday.
And this is like kind of like, I assume, like a roast poetry?
Yeah, it's mostly just shouting out loud things that have drawn our attention,
Right. And so do you know why you're on the Benny Winter Show?
Absolutely not. I got a text pager beat from you earlier this afternoon, and you said I need someone to fill in, and I was free.
Yeah, well, when we knew we could have a published poet on the Benny Winter Show, we spared no expenses, even though you're not getting paid.
I won't hold it against you, but I might steal from your jacket pocket after the show's over.
Hey, that's fine. There's nothing in there. Let me ask you something. Does this name ring a bell? I'm just going to throw it out there. Lorenzo Music.
I'm not aware of that name. Should I know who that is?
Well, he actually has a poetry club that he's president of.
Okay.
And he claims you're a member of.
Oh, Lorenzo. Yeah, I believe there was a disagreement between us at one point, and he kicked me out of his poetry club, if I remember correctly.
He did?
Yes.
Okay, well, we have one side of the story, but as we know, the truth always has two. So why don't we bring out the second side of that story? We actually have Lorenzo Music in the back. Come on out, Lorenzo.
Boo. stuff about music.
Oh, well, he can't help his last name. He can't help it his dad is a music man.
Songs or poems?
We've had this disagreement several times. The minute you add a backtrack to a poem, it becomes garbage and filth.
God, I hate you so fucking much.
Not as much as I hate you.
Wow. Okay, so how did all this get started? You're president of a poetry club?
Yeah, local club.
Are you also
Hudson
Cherryville?
County poets.
What is it?
Hudson County
Hudson
poets.
County, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And he came in, did you know he was a published poet when you came in? When he came in?
Having poems hidden in the basement of a library is not
Honor.
published. It's not being. Have you ever had them in a book?
If you count shoving it into a book at a local bookstore.
I don't count that.
Well, then we are disagreeing on what a good poet man is.
So, the entire foundation upon which we, built a relationship was based on a lie. He lied. He's clearly not published. He never shows up to meetings because he's constantly hitchhiking places. He shows up at my house 2 days later.
After the meeting.
Yeah, 2 days after the meeting has ended.
Right.
He shows up at my house, and then I'm supposed to accommodate him. Ask my wife to cook. Feed him.
She's a terrible cook, and I'm from Ireland.
Oh, wow.
So,
Better watch what you say about Gloria, all right?
Okay. So Gloria is a good cook.
Gloria is the best cook.
Okay. Now, I do have to ask, you are president of a poetry club. Are you yourself a poet?
Well, so that's part of the reason that I kicked him out of the club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be, right?
Right.
And I need all of my greatest inspiration comes from places of powerlessness.
Oh,
and,
submissiveness.
and anger and submissiveness. Sure.
Right. Have you been to a Diddy party?
I have not.
I've been to a Diddy party.
Oh,
So it's a diddly delight. Go to one.
Yeah.
so you've been to a Diddy party,
Yeah.
but you won't have consensual sex with my wife while I watch.
I'm sorry. What type of Diddy party are we talking about?
So that's part of the problem, okay?
Okay.
I wanted to get cucked
Oh.
by him in order to write poetry,
Oh.
so that I could write it.
Because poetry is about emotion, and what's more
Yes.
emotional than watching your wife
Yes.
have sex with another man?
Yes.
Ah, and you, as the humble poet that you are, knows that your seed is priceless and shouldn't just be thrown around.
Absolutely not.
Right.
So you need to be married, and it could be with that one person on every other Monday.
Yeah.
Is the rule.
And have you found a woman yet to love your poetry?
I found a wonderful woman, and we talk every other Monday, and that is when we kiss each other on the cheek, and then I get to be a little inappropriate with her.
Okay.
And then she takes my money, and then she comes back next week.
Well, 2 weeks.
Every other week. Yes,
Right,
yes.
yeah. Okay. Well, this seems like a fun dynamic. And from my understanding, you actually found a man to cuck you,
Yes, I did.
who is also a poet.
Yes.
Wow, well, we actually have him in the backstage. So everyone, let's make some noise. Would you call him a cucky?
A cucker.
A cucker? Everyone, let's make some noise for the poet cucker, Alfonso Feather. Nice. So y'all don't know, have you heard of the published poet, Sissy McO'Irishman?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I make it a point to read any published poet.
Thank you for being a fan, and
I didn't say I was a fan.
Okay.
I've read your work.
So tell me a little bit about your poetry.
How do you define poetry? It's ethereal, it's mercurial, it's...
Don't even have to rhyme.
It doesn't have to rhyme. It could just be a couple words on the page.
Right, it could be a 3-5-3 syllables.
If sometimes you can write 2 words at the top of the page and then a bunch of enter, and then the 2 words at the bottom,
Oh.
but they're spaced over here. And that's
And it's all about the dash between.
a dash.
You know what's poetry? Seeing this man and my beautiful wife Gloria make noise.
So let me ask, I'm fascinated, was this a Craigslist ad that you answered? Like how did y'all meet and how did the conversation of cucking come up?
It was written in the form of a poem, actually.
Do you have this poem?
Yeah, why don't you recite
I
the
have it.
poem?
I have it.
We would love to hear this poem.
Okay. Here I sit with my wife. She is certainly the love of my life. However, there is one thing I cannot condone, and that is for me to be the one to bone.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah. So, as soon as I saw that, I knew what I had to do. I had to make love to his wife.
No, obviously. And you've gotten, I'm sure, some inspiration and everything. How does that make you feel knowing that that could have been you?
Well, I think that poetry, it was how do I feel about not being able to, have sex with his wife?
Well, this could have been you in this chair. I mean, you went on to great things since the cucking began, from my understanding.
Yeah, I won a Griswold Award for youngest poet to have sex with his wife. And
I run the Griswolds.
Okay.
And since then I've performed at the Super Bowl. I forgot about that. I did poetry to open the Super Bowl. Every football game needs a good poem.
No, that is true. We're tired of the national anthem.
I think everyone's had enough.
Right,
I think
we get it.
I think we've had enough.
Right. I've never seen anyone kneel during poetry.
No, except me. I kneel during my own poems because of the beauty.
Right. Oh, of course, it brings you to a knee with a tear in your
drops
eye.
me to my knees. If I could marry my own poem, I would.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Are you a virgin?
Well, yes. Because the sweet lady I paid for, we're not married yet. So under God's watchful eye, that is a big no-no.
I can tell from your poetry.
Yes, my collected volumes 1 through 15 were called Virgin, 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 I Am.
Wow.
They ooze with unreleased ejaculate.
It's not sin if you write it down, is what I was told.
No, definitely not.
I'm sorry, I was under the impression a man who was a cucker was a great farmer. Am I under the impression that this is something else?
Well, that's a hobby. I am a great farmer, but that's
Right.
not what it is.
Are we talking about the plant your seed?
Yeah, that's also planting your seed, yeah.
Oh, yeah, different type of seed. Different type of
I
seed.
wouldn't say I'm planting the seed. I'm more spraying it across the drapes of the floor.
Okay.
We had an agreement. It's part of the agreement.
Right. You
Part
know,
of the cucking process is then I have to dry clean them afterwards.
all right.
Is this some kind of metaphor going on? Because there's no metaphors in my poetry, so I'm getting a little...
We're aware.
Yeah. Metaphors are actually a huge aspect of life. And
poetry.
life is just an extension of poems.
Benny.
Well, wow! Do you like a poet?
Benny!
Phenomenal poem.
Thank you.
Would you also like to have sex with my wife?
I'll
I'll ask her if she's down, of course.
I'll bet you winner. She'll be down.
Okay.
Yes, I would. You know, I would.
You won't.
I'm sorry. She's not here. She would be here.
Hey, I will
talking about
hitchhike
it.
to Hudson County.
She's at home, preparing herself for the punishment that she's going to receive later. So.
Right. All right. Well, I think while we get her on the phone, is there anything else anyone wants to say? Would you like to maybe, as a published poet, I feel like maybe end us on another.
Sure. I have one more, but You Philistines probably won't get it, but here we go.
The taste, the feeling, the vibrations, the cock. A man, a wife, who's not is going to bang.
Wow. And we'll be right back after this commercial!
Proposals and poetic meter? What is this, A.E. Housman? Was Geoffrey Chaucer unavailable? So anyway, you still got ad block, so there's still no ads. So we're gonna pull up the Reddit front page, right?
Yeah.
We got a picture of Matt Gates.
Yeah.
You can probably guess what P word he's getting called. In Brazil, a 533-meter bridge just collapsed as a man was reporting in poor condition on the bridge.
Wow. That's
Crazy.
That's like a trap door.
yeah.
Wow.
Had to be there.
Had to be there. I'm out. Fuck you. Magnus Carlson is what's up?
Have you seen the video footage of the guy reporting on the truck pull-offs on the side of the road?
No.
And it's like an emergency fit lane for trucks that are going too fast, and that truck did it. It's like,
And he just gets whooshed.
yeah. And, no, I mean, he was fine. It was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's the same.
Oh, I gotta pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not explaining it well. Have you guys seen that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I bet Benny Winter finished buffering. Benny, 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 Benny. All right. Nice. One. Whew. Good news. Set up an appointment. 2 p.m. next week. So.
I want to get on that list next.
Joining me now, we have David Luckman. David.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. David is the Jewish part. Luckman is ironic.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. As I ask everyone, what brings you to the Benny Winter Show?
Well, I lost everything.
What? You have a cheery deposition over losing everything.
Yeah, no, I know that's what it is. I figured, you know what? There's a lot of crazy nights, and I got them. You know what I mean? And I pretty much lost. So I lost my wife.
Okay.
My kids, my house, my car, my job, her parents, my parents, and my fantasy football league. And I gotta tell you, honestly, that was the worst of it all. Honestly, you really gotta get really serious about those keepers.
No, I get it. I started Jackson.
Smith and Moon.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing last night.
Honestly, yeah, JS.
I might lose the championship.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Here's the thing, though.
Listen, talking to you, I feel better about myself already.
You should, because honestly, you could not be doing worse than me. I gotta tell you, I won both leagues last year, and I finished in last. This isn't a joke. This is literally David/Jared Jaden right now.
Hey, right. So 2024 hasn't been easy.
No. It's been, how do you say, the drizzling shits? So I guess I just said it, so there was that.
Yeah. So, I don't want to ask, but
No, ask away, that's
was
your
it,
job. You're so great at that. That's why I'm here. Thanks, guys, by the way. He's in the best. He knows how to ask questions. I don't even know how to answer them. I was just like, ooh, this is very nice. Ooh.
So is this loss self-inflicted?
Oh, yeah.
It was?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. No. Everything that I've lost is self-inflicted.
Right. And
Yeah.
maybe get into do you want to get into detail about?
So,
Was it all at once or was it a progressive loss?
a progression, so I don't know if you've ever heard of the New York Jets.
Hey, just in the season.
Right.
So, here's the thing
I
about
like that quarterback. Very. Big
Okay, so if you do ayahuasca and come home during the first night of Hanukkah, they're not going to appreciate that as much as you would assume while you're wearing your Aaron Rodgers jersey. Now, Woody Johnson can own Johnson & Johnson. I, Penny, can no longer afford Johnson & Johnson.
Well, that's because the stock went up after the P. Diddy parties.
Okay.
Baby oil?
First of all, that was a vicious rumor that my wife started spreading. I was invited, but I was not allowed in because I was wearing my Aaron Rodgers jersey.
So you did ayahuasca, and that is what started. You had like a opening of the mind?
Opening of the mind is an interesting way to put it. Because when you open your mind, you also close off your heart.
Wow.
I know. That's what our couples therapist said. But I was also on mushrooms at that meeting, so that was on me as well.
Right.
Which seems to be also a progression of when you see an avalanche and you're like, you know what, there's no way I wouldn't get out of that. You're right.
Yeah.
You're
So
right.
it started off from far away, and then next thing you know, it's on you.
It's there,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, it's here. And then,
You're trampled.
but here's the thing about trampling. It can be fun in the right setting. You just don't want to get trampled by like an avalanche of emotions.
Right.
Or snow.
No, either or.
I mean, either way, they're probably going to
Pudding,
affect
though.
you.
I would love to be avalanched by pudding.
Oh my God, can I tell you something though? If I could be avalanched by pudding, Benny, I'd still give it all up.
Oh.
I don't have anything left, so I can't give anything. I lost it all, so that's,
Right.
it's me being like, all right, let's double down on my pudding. But it's good to know because to have me here tonight, it's a really big deal.
Right. So let me just ask real quick. Beginning of 2024, you had a meeting,
I
right?
did.
You went to a psychic.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and was things already going down, or was this the start?
Okay, so I don't know if you've ever been on Facebook, but so sometimes they have these reels, right? And like when you start to talk about all the things that are going on in your life when you're around your phone, then they start showing up astrology reels all the time. And I thought, all right, they're saying all the things I need to know. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to a psychic. But I didn't tell my wife, but I didn't. But they said, you are gonna have an avalanche of things happening, and I just assumed it was good, because when you hear avalanche of things happening, you're not like, oh, this is gonna be bad, you know what I mean? Honestly, Benny, it was real bad.
Wow.
Yeah, but honestly, no, she was right. So honestly, I gotta tell you, Susan Miller, astrology.com, amazing. Check her out, because she was right.
Right. Well, we actually have a psychic here.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Not Susan.
Here? Damn it!
We have another one that apparently you came across. Let's bring him out. We have a Chuck Burger.
Chuck Burger!
Chuck Burger.
Chuck Burger! Chuck!
Wow.
Sir? Sir?
Nice to meet you, friend.
Oh, nice. Great meeting you.
Oh
Do you
my
know a
God.
relative with a K name?
Yeah,
Starts with a K.
it does.
Catherine?
Yes, that's my aunt.
Oh my gosh, she's here right now.
What? But she died 3 years ago.
She's here right now. We're watching right now.
Oh my God.
She wants me to give you some information.
Okay.
She wants you to give me your PIN number
My PIN
for
number.
safety purposes.
Okay, safety purposes, I've done the same thing. and
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is an absolute astrology psychic thing.
No, I get it, because my Aunt Catherine, most honest woman I've ever
PIN
met.
number.
PIN number, 3419. Yeah, and that's a Wells Fargo. 10101-529-54321 is my account number. I trust you. You just have a trusting look.
You really do have a trusting look.
I don't know
honestly,
what it
a
is.
trusting face.
How's that avalanche going?
Okay, so honestly, not great.
Not great at all.
No.
Paul's with us right now.
What?
Your Uncle Paul.
What?
He's here right now with you.
With my Aunt Catherine?
Yes. They're actually dating.
What? We're related!
But they're in
Honestly-
mourning right
What?
now. They're sad.
Why?
They lost their ghost baby.
How can you do something that's already dead?
How can you guys? I'm on the earthbound. I'm just a conduit. I'm not a fucking.
No, that's...
Okay. Well,
But it was a blessing that it happened.
it
at
really
all.
Right.
was. So let's.
So you said that this avalanche was gonna happen. How did you know?
I do birth charts and bets.
Mhm.
That's kind of my finance. That's my specialty.
Right.
So I was looking at the birth chart and the bets, and then I don't really know that much about sports, but the name sounded really cool.
Oh, right.
Like a plane.
So you had him bet on the Jets?
Yes.
Oh, and how much?
I told him to do his life savings minus $10. Always
No, that is so you
in
never
case of
broke.
like zombie time,
It's
9/11 incident.
exactly, and also a Wells Fargo situation when you have to have a certain amount.
Right, or they'll find you.
Oh, they
Yeah.
find you.
Yeah. Wow. And so
I
the
know,
Jets
wait a
are...
Wait a minute. Is D familiar to anyone? The letter D?
Yes.
I'm gonna... I've heard of it.
Diana? Do you know Diana?
The princess?
She's here with us right now.
We have a princess with
Princess
us?
Diana is here with you right now. She wants you to put me on your lease.
I mean,
We don't have a house.
Guys, hasn't she been through enough?
What?
Do we really want to upset Princess Diana?
I'm not gonna upset her.
Do you want to emotionally put her through the tunnel again?
No, I would never
Put
do
me
that.
on the lease immediately.
I would never put anyone through a tunnel.
Now, Chuck, I do want
Lincoln or
to...
otherwise.
I do want to ask, I'm sure he's not your only client. Do you
No.
have other clients?
I mean, I'm on Facebook Market, of course.
Oh, right. And I gotta ask, do you work alone?
I have assistants, and I have, mentorees. It's like a program.
Okay. Well, I actually did some digging, and yeah, my little "I'm so happy to see you" was fake.
What?
You've been duped.
I saw it coming.
I do.
Yeah. And this might come as a shock. You've been working with someone that we might all know.
Wow.
Princess Diana?
No, she's
Oh.
dead. Someone who we thought was a nice guy, but maybe not. I think you know your assistant. Let's bring back out Stu Trust.
Whoa.
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 Stu, welcome back.
Two things.
Okay,
One,
don't bring up Nom.
this is my second appearance, yet I'm only being paid for one.
That was the deal, by the way. That was a Facebook marketplace situation.
I do not care. I may not be fucking union, but I am talented. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But we're here not about your acting, but about you working in cahoots. I thought you were a nice guy.
I am a nice guy.
I thought you took the vow of silence.
Cahoots!
Don't point. Not nice. And who the hell are you? I don't know who he is. How could I be in cahoots with him if I don't recognize him?
Do you know what it would be like in this world to be in cahoots with this gentleman right here?
No.
Oh.
Why?
Well, apparently, your amnesia was a put-on.
Are you saying I faked my amnesia and I didn't know what I'm doing?
I think you knew what you were doing. You fooled your friends, and you worked with Chuck Berger to screw over David Luckman in the library with the lead pipe.
That's a clue right there. Now, point.
I do not know where we are right now.
Don't you play dumb with us
I'm not playing
anymore.
dumb. I'm not playing dumb. I'm telling you. I don't fucking know nothing.
You know everything. You worked with Chuck because you have a vendetta against David Luckman.
No. I work with Chuck because I'm fucking sexually attracted to him. That's why.
Who is it?
I am sorry to tell you this, but you lost everything because you were gullible and These are not good people.
Can we finally get married? I think so. Hey, Four Eyes, turn your hat around.
I did.
All right. Well, I will say this. If you want to get married, the Benny Winter Show does marriages.
Let's do it! Let's do it!
Okay.
It's gonna end poorly.
Do you, Chuck Berger, take Stu Trust to be your husband?
I absolutely do.
And do you, Stu Trust, take Chuck Berger to be your husband?
Absolutely.
But first, ask my dad's hand. He's right here.
Okay. Dad?
No, he's dad. He's right here.
Oh, he's a shadow?
I mean, we're all shadows at the end of the day. Stay out of our wedding day.
Yeah,
It's fair. It's fair.
you
I'll
go
be
on.
this.
Dad? I think he said yes. Let's do this.
You can kiss. And we'll be right back after this commercial!
Well, that last segment got me thinking about Princess Diana, so I'm gonna do what I do whenever I want to learn more about a topic I don't know enough about. Search it in Reddit, click a random post, and sort the comments by controversial. I think I'm the only one to whom she seems like such a faker. Always with her under the eyebrows, innocent dear look, helping poor but then taking days off in luxury hotels to wash the poorness off of her. I mean, she didn't met them on the street and he was big evil guy who kidnapped her. She calculated this and then pretended to be the victim. I don't think she you know what? Next. I'm so tired of this shit. She literally chose this, and also she cheated on Charles arguably before he did. She wasn't a saint. She was a nice woman, especially for royalty women, since bar is so low. The grammar's really but she was a pop culture trend. People love finding the one person to idolize and ascend to godhood because they did the bare minimum. Well, I browsed Reddit by controversial and I learned absolutely nothing.
Benny! 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 Benny!
All right, now comes our favorite part of the show. We're going to bring everybody back out and we're going to have a nice little audience Q&A. All right, so everyone come on out.
My
All
Q&A,
right.
this is also my Q&A store.
All right, who has a question? All right. Speak up.
Yeah, it was a great show, by the way. Like, I don't know how much of it was an improv and how much of it was like planned, but it was
We don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all real. What are you talking about?
Fuck is improv.
Real people you're talking to.
I say that's a lovely scarf you're wearing too.
you as well. Thank you.
Nice.
And, yeah, it was quite ironic as well that someone called Winner had hosted someone who was completely losing. And I mean, his character was some complete losing.
No character, a real person.
No, I'm really losing it, sir.
So that was quite funny, and yeah, overall, I mean, he was quite convincing with his. And let me know how does that Irish accent coming in from?
I made my family very proud.
All right.
That was amazing, though. Thank you so much.
No, yeah, all right. Any more questions? Who has a question?
I have a question for,
okay.
for the Cucky.
Yeah.
We didn't hear about any poetry that Getting Cut inspired it.
Oh.
Recite!
Yeah.
Recite! Recite!
Would you like to recite a cut
Yes!
Yeah, very nice.
I stand here in the closet collecting dust as Alfonso continues to thrust deep. The worthlessness I feel is oh so strong as I begin to beat my schlong.
That's wrong.
All right. Any more questions? Any more questions?
I have a question for anyone who wants to answer. Real quick, Princess Diana, overrated or no?
Oh.
I'm gonna say no.
She still pays my bills, so she's good with me.
She was the people's princess, but not my people's princess.
You dressed up at Prince Di, didn't you?
I still do, and I can't wait.
I would say she's overrated insofar as much as how much the royal family hated her. If they didn't hate her so much, then I don't think she would have been as large of a figure. It seemed like a very nice person, though. But
And they don't hate her as much as Meghan Markle.
Yeah, no.
I
I gotta say, and also, I mean, you know, I've avoided tunnels because of her and because of Back to the Future and Biff for a long time.
I think her death gave us a worse version of a pretty good Elton John song.
All right, and we'll be right back.
You too could be the owner of a Princess Diana death memorial plate. On one side, a picture of her beautiful face. On the back, a reproduction of the wreckage. So we may never forget such a horrible accident. And we may also never forget Betty Winter.
Betty. All right, let's do a concluding notion real quick. A little final message. So yeah, the show was reflection, right? End of the year. It's time to reflect on the past year, on the past however many years you've had in this life, right? Because some of us are happy, but some of us aren't. Some of us are loving every day. We wake up excited to do life, and other people, well, they're not. But, good thing, new year, new you. So if you're one of those people who don't like life, go out and like life, okay? You go and you find someone a cuck, okay? Because I'll tell you what, that is what's getting me going, is knowing next week I have an appointment to cuck